Sup team? So, it's late, it's about 11 o'clock at night. I've just come back from Man of Steel, but I felt I had to crack this review out whilst the emotions and the energy were still kind of boiling away within me. So the question is, does the new Superman film have the potential to topple the greatest ones of our time? Well, let's put it this way. I just put this t-shirt on and I didn't even consider giving it an iron. Man. So, Zack Snyder directed, Christopher Nolan produced Man of Steel Superman film is finally here. It's been a long wait, hasn't it, guys? Is it a good film? Does it live up to all the hype? We'll get to that later, you cheeky little monkeys. Let's go in like a cool order of stuff so we can understand it. Does it look good? Kinda. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of kind of CGI smashing at the end, but the beginning, like 20 minutes on Krypton, is just a visual treat. I mean, those 20 minutes, they kind of do what the Star Wars prequels wanted to do in 3 films, but better, which is kind of awkward, really. Sorry, George. So, the big man himself, Henry Cavill, is of course the star of the show. He's in the spandex, and he kind of lives up to Superman. Kind of better than anyone's really done it in live action. I mean, we've seen Superman kind of be Superman in comics and in cartoons, but on live film, on screen, kind of not really. I mean, we've had guys that look a little bit like Superman. I mean, Christopher Reeve had the look, the chiseled jaw, but kind of under the suit, as weird as that sounds, he wasn't really buff. But Cavill has really got buff. And my God, is that man a man o' steel, or something even stronger than steel. Man o' titanium. Man o'... So, the obviously supporting cast, we've got Amy Adams as Lois Lane, Michael Shannon as General Zod, and we've got Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White. So there's a really strong supporting cast there. But Michael Shannon, my God, he gets so many opportunities to just kind of gnaw on the scenery and go a bit swivel-eyed loony, and he does it, but he kind of does it right. And he's a really threatening villain, especially kind of near the end when he realises his full potential, shall we say, and it's great. He's a real menace, he's a physical adversary. His motives are kind of understandable a little bit. He's not 2D, he's not just a guy that's there to punch Superman for no real reason. We get a really nice fleshed out reason for his actions. That being said, he's kind of one of the only characters that really gets fleshed out. I mean, Lois Lane is really kind of shoved down our throats a little bit. Some would be happy with that, I'm sure of it. Naughty. But we don't really get an idea of her motives other than she's a journalist and she's just kind of there. And that kind of ties in with the pacing a little bit. Like, it's an odd pacing. It works. Ish. Does it work? Yeah. No. Yeah, no, it does. It does work. It's kind of paced like the film's made by a fanboy, like going, come on now, yes we know he's got, yes, put the tights on, is what's happened. And it's fast, and it's nice at the beginning. We get a real sense of direction, of purpose for the whole film, but it kind of gets a little muddy around the time he kind of accepts stuff and puts this on, not this t-shirt. That would have been really a bad film. Like, without ruining anything, hopefully, when he puts on the suit and when he kind of steps out into the sun for the first time, there's like interspersed with some dramatic monologue from Jor-El about responsibility. And there's like a 2-minute bit where he tries to fly, and then he does. And we're all like, oh, okay, he's flying now, so that's good. Yay, he flies. This is an action film. From Action Comics, it's an action film. There's not a lot of depth, but it kind of is a remedy to all the other Superman films. People have been complaining that Superman has never really punched someone properly. Well, he punches a lot of people properly. A lot in this. Lots of punching. But it's kind of great, and it is relentless, and The whole film gives you that feeling of being an unstoppable train, which is what Superman is himself, which is really cool. And by the end of it, you kind of get a little, not bored of it, but you've seen two guys who can't be killed punch each other a lot, and you've seen it, but it's cool. It's really cool, and it's on an epic scale. Like, it's worldwide destruction, and when they're going toe to toe, nothing really stands in their way. They've kind of changed a bit of the origin story, ish. They're just little tweaks, but the tweaks they've done, I think, are like for the better. Really, they're good. The stuff about Jonathan Kent that's changed, but it's kind of tied in with the new revamped Superman character, which is nice. I mean, I saw this today, which is Father's Day, so kind of apt that the father roles were kind of cool. Russell Crowe, he was another dude who was a supporting actor. Stick that in. His Jor-El is really surprisingly active in the plot progression, more than you'd think he would be, considering he's dead. Sorry, spoiler. That's not a spoiler, is it? Really? No. But it's done in a cool way. It's done in a really cool way, and it's not. And it doesn't feel like it's put in just because it's Russell Crowe. Like, oh, we've got Russell Crowe, we should probably put him in the film a bit more. You know? Like with Russell Crowe, stick him in. So obviously, I kind of love this film. But there were some minor, little gripes. I mean, along with the pacing that kind of threw me a bit. There was just one scene that was really weird. Okay, so in a non-spoilery way, after it's all ended, there's then a scene in which Superman makes a plane fall down in front of the main army man. Main army man, whose name I cannot remember, gets out of his car, and this is the quote. Are you effing stupid? That's not me censoring that for YouTube. Are you effing stupid? Yeah, you effing. You effing stupid. I mean, we've just seen cities falling down and planets exploding and kind of like the birth of civilizations clashing together and epic CGI battles with winged monsters, and then we get, you effing stupid? It kind of made me think that in the big battle of Metropolis there were people in the buildings being like, oh, you ruddy buggers, you silly little flannel, yeah, look at you twonk, you big twazzock. I mean, why? It's at 12. I don't think there was any bad language in it, which is not a problem, but they could have afforded one real fuck, you know? They had it in the bag. It was there. Dear Zack Snyder, here is your fuck. You may use this wherever you want. And he didn't. He's left it in the bag. It's behind the sofa somewhere. He forgot about it. It's a gone off fuck. So, you know, maybe in Superman 2, Man of Steel 2, sorry, they'll have 2. He'll have found it and just dusted off the green bits. Because you can do that. So, what do I give Man of Steel? Well, out of 8 sneaky tentacles, I'm gonna give it a 7. A 7-tentacled film. I loved it, I did. But there was just some tiny issues, like the pacing being a bit off, like Lois Lane not being fully kind of realised, I don't think, and like those odd little scenes that kind of just jarred me out, that resulted in it not being utterly perfect. That being said, it is by far and away the best Superman film we have ever had. He is a Superman for our times, and Henry Cavill embodies that character. And this is the start of the Justice League kind of build-up. This is the DC universe in film. This is cool. And there's little Easter eggs knocking about in there, you know? There's a couple. I mean, there's some LexCorp stuff for Lex Luthor, so that's cool for like the sequels of Superman. But then we've got on a satellite, there's like a Wayne Corp logo for, you know, Bruce Wayne, Wayne Corp. Come on now. So that's funky. And one guy says Trident. So, I mean, that's got to be an Aquaman reference, right? I mean, you can't drop the word trident into conversation casually. That's tough to do. I've tried. I've tried.